Hey guys, my name is Exion. I'm a vlogger with Wasabi Gato on YouTube. What I'm going to talk about today is the news that's happening near where I live. And there's a lot of talk about the stabbing that just happened, and this guy stabbed and killed a man for stealing his catalytic converter. So this guy ran out of his house with his kitchen knife and actually killed somebody for the catalytic converter. So I'm going to give you two sides. I'm going to show you the national news and what the reactions are to that. And then also I'm going to show you the local news and let you guys know what the reactions are to that. Let's take a look at the New York Post. California homeowner fatally stabs man trying to steal catalytic converter in driveway.
This
Okay,
morning,
this
several
is Channel
suspects were
7
trying to steal some catalytic
eyewitness
converters
news
when the homeowner came out and stabbed
from the
one
air.
of the suspects. That suspect has died. He's right behind the tree there. We can see a tool used to cut the catalytic converter out. We know how valuable they are. At this point in time, authorities, LA County Sheriff deputies, are investigating, detaining the homeowner at this point in time and questioning him. But he was in an altercation with several men trying to steal the catalytic converter. One was stabbed and killed. This is the 11,000 block of Thieves Avenue in South Del Monte, and it's LA County Sheriff's deputies that are investigating.
So this right here is a catalytic converter, and thieves like to steal these off of cars and then sell them at recycling centers for a profit. So apparently these things cost a lot of money. So let's take a look at some comments. All right, here's a comment from David Goldman. We noticed that a whole lot of catalytic converters are now being ripped out of a huge number of other people's vehicles. Not trivial, spur-of-the-moment thefts by any standard. Many states would do well to add new special category to their criminal codes. Catalytic converter theft with a vandalism kicker. Then require a hefty mandatory minimum sentence, about 5 years. Okay. Alright, Joey D says no charges, so far so good. Let's hope that keeps up, although California, I'm not holding my breath. Charlie Mack says, I love a story with a happy ending. Well done, sir. It's Kate says, people will fight back. Judges, courts, police, nobody cares, but it forces people to defend themselves and their property because they have no help. Shame someone died in the skirmish, but it is what it is. Trent Edwards says, one man confronted 4, killed 1, and made the other 3 run away. If we had more outcomes like these, people would think twice before trying to steal something. I agree. K. Opechete says, he took matters into his own hands because no one else is taking the matter into their hands. Our country has become a free-for-all for anything goes. Ed Norton says, I love feel-good stories like this. Made my day. Peter G. said, I'm good with that. Thou shalt not steal. Jax Morrison says the homeowner should get a credit on his car insurance. Okay. New York Realist says, kudos to the homeowner. Texas First says, if he had used a gun, the leftists would have been talking nonstop about how many guns are in America. This simply proves it's not the weapon that matters, it's how it's used. True. Old Seal Meat says, great story with a happy ending. One less criminal on the street that Democrats refuse to prosecute. Now he can take up his grievance with God. Maverick 2785 says, good for the homeowner. Ed Norton. Wait a minute. Didn't Ed already leave a comment? Oh yeah, he did. Okay. So he said, again, I guess, woohoo! Score 1 for the good guys. This makes me so happy. Alright, pretty much most of the comments here are happy that this happened. They are rooting for the homeowner. Okay, now let's take a look at some local news from LA and see what people from LA think about this. KCAL News.
Converter thieves were caught in an El Monte driveway. Now one of them is dead. Deputies say a man who was inside the home realized what was happening and confronted the men.
And that's when things turned violent, and they say he stabbed one of them. KCAL News reporter Jasmine Veal tells us what happened.
The stabbing happened right here in this driveway. Neighbors say that the man lives here with his mom, fiance, and sister, and that he is hardworking, smart, and would never hurt anybody, but that he was defending his property when investigators say he stabbed to death a suspected thief who was trying to steal catalytic converters.
I heard him screaming, and I was like, oh my God, somebody's fighting him. And I was like, not Mark.
This woman, who did not want to be identified, says she was leaving for work around 2:30 Friday morning when she heard her neighbor screaming. He was screaming.
He was all like, get out, get out, get out. Like, he was telling them, like, get out of here, get out of here. And then that's when everything happened. The two suspects, they jumped the fence and they got in their car and they left.
LA County Sheriff's deputies say the man who lives here at this home on Thenis Avenue in South El Monte came outside after he heard some noises and confronted 3 or 4 suspected catalytic converter thieves. Investigators say he then stabbed and killed one of them with a kitchen knife in the driveway. The other suspects took off.
For him to do something like this, I mean, we didn't expect it. He was just trying to protect his family, his mom, his sister. You know, he's amazing. And for him to have dirty his hands for a fool like that, no.
Investigators say tools found at the scene indicate the suspects were in the process of attempting to steal the catalytic converters. The man who was stabbed to death was about 35 to 45 years old. He was found partially underneath one of the cars.
Yeah, 100%. He's got the right to defend his property.
Police advise people to call 911 and to not try and confront any suspects on their own, like in this case.
Well, there you have it. Let's see what the comments state. Burnout 2017 says, "This is a beautiful thing. I salute that man and thank him for making the community just a little safer. No sympathy for criminals." Forward Motion 1 said, "He should be charged for not having a cape on because he's a hero to all Prius drivers." He should be charged for not having a cape on? Okay. There's some replies. Oh, look. I guess somebody's not happy with that. He doesn't deserve anything, minus an apology from the state for making him out to be a criminal for doing what everyone else does in a free state to someone trying to steal their own property. For all he knows, he could have accidentally cut off his brake line's cable in process of stealing the cat. That could have cost him his or other life ladder on the freeway. Bring back castle doctrine. I have no idea what that means. Ari says, "Sorry to say, but that serves the thief well. The CC theft has gotten out of hands." CC catalytic converter. Yeah, defend your property. JJ Restamod says, "Thieves should know well the consequences of their actions. That was a prime example of messing with the wrong person. Homeowner should not be charged as he was in his driveway protecting his property and family. Anyone jumps over a fence should know very well they may not jump back out alive." Wes says, "Fortunately, the car owner was able to get his point across to the thief." Yeah. "You need to stop," says, "Prayers for the driveway concrete." Yes. For the concrete. Said Silva says, "Self-defense protecting his family and his property." Susan Runthroff said, "I hope the knife didn't get chipped." Vivian23 says, "Find out who was with the dead man and charge them for murder. Most states have law like this. If you committing a felony and if someone dies, even if it's a partner, you get charged." And the same person says, "What a great way to start my Saturday. A feel-good story." Mark C says, "Man defending his property is justified." Okay, I could keep going on and on with all of these comments, and they pretty much say they're all siding with the homeowner. And, in my opinion, I agree with some of these statements, but what do you think? Do you think it's okay to murder someone for stealing a piece of your personal property? Let me know in the comments below. I'm just curious. This is really crazy. So this is one of those rare instances where a murderer is actually the hero. Alright, just let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't already, click that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.